Welcome again to another exciting show of Altadena Talks. I am one of your co-hosts, Brian Bacchus, but today, Toni's on vacation. Jamal's filling in. We've got your son on the line. I'm jumping off. Goodbye.
Hey, folks, I'm Jamal Smith. Welcome to episode 130 of the Altadena Talks podcast. This is usually the Toni Talks episode, but as Brian said, she is on vacation, so we are blessed to have Drisana Hoyrd, who is a real estate professional, and we're going to talk about her, or talk with her. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to read a nice little intro before we actually start our discussion. So, we're going to sit down with Drisana Hoyrd, a real estate powerhouse in the community and a community advocate with over 20 years of experience in project management, planning, mortgage servicing, and real estate sales across Southern California. Drisana brings practical wisdom and heartfelt purpose, sharing how families can recover and rebuild after disaster strikes with tools that create long-term security and legacy. More than a realtor, she's a visionary mother, mentor, and motivator using real estate to uplift lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Drisana Hoyrd. Yay!
Thank you so much. Thank you again for seeing me. That was a wonderful write-up and intro. So that was nothing said. I didn't give that information. So the fact that you guys can see me, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Because we do our research. That's why we make sure we bring you in the grandiose always.
I appreciate it.
So we had heard obviously a lot of about you. We actually were able to attend the opening of, Kendra May's design studio in Altadena a couple weeks ago. And she actually introduced you as well as JoJo, the solar professional, as being part of her team, right? So you work closely with her. So love to hear a little bit about how you guys connected, and then we'll expand to talk about some of the things you want to, talk about.
Okay, great. So I met Kendra. I can't even tell you the year. That's how long ago it was. But I know she was doing the event planning, and I met her in the space that she had at that time during the event planning.
Oh, so it was quite some time ago.
It's quite some time ago. And I've stayed connected with her. I've been in the background cheering her on and applauding her. Then we've had opportunities to work with each other on projects, even more so recently. But we have had the opportunity to work together on certain things that she needed a real estate agent for. So I've been there. I've just been in the background, and now that she's becoming more prominent in the community as far as building, I think my presence will be seen even more so.
That's very cool. I appreciate that. And I know you have the real estate as well as the mortgage servicing background.
Yes.
But you wanted to talk about a few different things, right? Some different items. Is that correct?
Well, when Brian put this all together, I guess those were the points that he wanted me to touch on, which was rebuilding after fire. And being that I do have experience in insurance adjusting, just giving some tidbits and things that they should know as far as navigating that process. Now, by now, it's been six months, right, since the disaster. So I would assume, and I hate to do that, but I would assume everyone has received a copy of their policy. And I desire that they understand what's in their policy. If not, I would want them to get the needed assistance for that, because there's 3 types of insurance adjusters that come out. I happen to be the staff and desk adjuster. That adjuster works specifically for the insurance company directly. So if you have a policy, say with State Farm or Allstate, and you call us and you file a claim, I go out on behalf of Allstate, and then I write it up. They, based off of their guidelines and regulations and policies, I do what I need to do, my due diligence, the assessment, the evaluation, the recording, and then the negotiation. And mind you, understand, I'm saying negotiate. Okay, so I'm negotiating on behalf of not the homeowner.
Right.
Okay, all right. So with that said, that's one. Then there's the independent insurance adjusters, and they actually adjust for multiple companies.
But it's still the companies.
Fine. Well, they're not as major as the corporations that we're probably familiar with. They're probably smaller companies, but nonetheless, they do go out and adjust for them.
Got you.
Then there's the public adjuster. The public adjuster is who works for the homeowners.
Ah. So how many people do you think have been using public adjusters? And if they haven't thus far, is it too late? Or, should they start looking into that?
It's never too late if they haven't signed any settlement agreements. And I would say do not sign any settlement agreements until you have the understanding of what it means. And if you're okay with it, go ahead, move on. But I'm going to tell your audience right now, don't haste, right? Don't rush this process. It is a process. And if you guys have had a major loss, which the majority of you have, or all of you have, then this is not something to rush. I need you guys to hear me on this. Be patient and be persistent. Like our man, Brian, yesterday's example was so on point. Like they will give you as little as they think you will accept. And when I say you, I'm talking about us. Because a lot of us come from a lack mindset and we'll take what we can get, not thinking that there's more for us to receive. And what I appreciate about him and that example that he gave is that, one, he understood the process. He did something that we have forgotten to do, which is read. And he read what needed to go on, what was available, and what to do. So when they gave him that first measly check, he was like, oh, okay, you playing.
Right.
Let me go get some more.
Appeal.
You ain't lying.
But I appreciate about you because you understood the cap. And you even said, like, I lost over $50,000 and like I need to recoup at least.
Well, you know how insurance companies are. They offer you that first one. And if you desperate, you're gonna take it.
And they expect you to go away.
But if you know the process and respect it and you're patient, you're gonna get what you need to get. And that's I've been dealing with this for 25 years, telling people.
Yeah. So
that's an amazing point, because a lot of people, and if I just quickly interject, a lot of people, obviously they have the pain that they went through and they're still trying to process all that. But then I think that some people are in a rush to kind of get back to normal. So it's nice to hear that, it's helpful to hear that they should kind of take their time a little bit, make sure that they get the most that they actually can before they move on to that next stage.
And another point to getting as much as they can. So when I was an insurance adjuster, I noticed that we were the ones who did not understand insurance and how to use it to our benefit. I taught a lot of us how to use insurance, right? So the ALE, which is the additional living expenses. So your house is burnt down, you have nowhere to go. They'll put you up in somebody's hotel, a corporation, or someone's rental. What I would suggest, this is what I suggested, and people like greatly appreciated it when they understood where I was going with it, because I couldn't say too much, but I said, hey, do you have a relative that you can live with for a while? Can they write you a month-to-month lease? And then you're sharing with family, right?
Yeah.
And I know we have this whole, I can't think of the right word for it right now, but we have this thing about not wanting to live with our family. We need to get away from that.
Yeah.
I share that. We need to learn how to pull together, come together, and build. This is the time to do it. Here come Brian. What you got to say?
So Hispanic people have no problem with that concept. They will put 4 families in a house, buy each family a car, Then go take equity out of that house, buy another house, move 2 of the families out, and put 2 more families in both houses. That's how they do it. I've watched this happen when I lived on Garfield. The guy next door to me, this is the exact scenario I got it from. He still lives there.
Yeah.
They still got 4 families there.
Same with the Asian community too.
Absolutely. That's so funny that you mentioned that, Brian, because I was going to share my experience. I was 23 when I bought my first home. Across the street directly, because I lived on the corner. Across the street from the home was a Hispanic family that moved in across from me. Right. And then I noticed another Hispanic family with them moved in as well. There was 3 husbands and 3 wives with their children in this house. This is what I noticed.
Living.
Each one of those men had different fields. One was like a landscaper. I think one was a roofer. I can't remember what the third person was. And the women pulled together with taking care of the children and maintaining that household. So
without problem.
Not without a problem.
Yeah, it was a means to an end.
Yeah, taking children to school and so forth. And then, and I just been around there not too long ago. So the original owners are still there, but the other 2 families have their own homes somewhere else because they pulled together.
Right.
And
well, I noticed this in 1987, and they still live there because I drive by Garfield and Mountain where I used to live right there. Their house is still there. They still there. I got out the car and I said, "You still got this house?" He said, "Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time." I said, "Yeah, because I'm all over the place, but you have stood fast and I admire you."
Yeah, equity is a wealth builder if you know how to use it and stop using it to stun on social media talking about, look at this trip I went on. No, that's not what equity is for.
No. You can say that when you got 2 or 3 houses. I'll say, look at this trip. I'm tired of being in my houses.
Right. But you're not pulling it out
just to do that.
Just to do that.
Right. That makes sense. And Drisana, you had mentioned the fact that there is a lot of folks don't want to do that normally. I think this is the time if you're going to do it at all. And I understand independence, right? And you want to, do things on your own, and that's great. But this is a perfect time to really pull together and actually have focus for, like I was saying, a means to an end, and actually get a game plan together and move forward and, sacrifice a little bit so you can actually win big in the future, right?
And if there's enough for all of us. So we shouldn't be looking at Uncle so-and-so because Uncle so-and-so has this and that. We should be asking, how did you do it? And asking for assistance in getting there. But aside from that, we should be coming together and doing that. And there's 3 main staples for me that I trust as far as wealth building. And I would have to say those things have been tried and true for hundreds of years. So like, I'm old school. I don't really, do the new stuff that roll out. I've always been the person that if a new phone came out, I wanted to wait a few years to see what that was like. Or if a new flat screen TV came out, I wanted to wait. So when it came to like the crypto stuff, I'm still not touching it, right? But what's been tried and true is the stock market, hundreds of years, right? And I'm not even putting that at the top of the list, right? The 2 things that I think are neck and neck as far as wealth building is insurance, life insurance, and home ownership, real estate, multi-units, things like that.
So quick question, when you say insurance, are you talking about those concepts that you see online where they're talking about you be the bank? That kind of concept where you're using your insurance to like buy properties and do all that kind of stuff, and when someone passes, it goes like maybe back into a trust or those kind of things?
Yes and no. What do you mean by that? I'm meaning if you can't afford that type of policy, get a standard life insurance policy. Stop leaving your children on the corner begging to bury you. You hear me? Just give them a leg up. You know what I mean?
Because we tired of fish fries and the car wash.
Well, the GoFundMes,
GoFundMes and
to go.
Can you just help a brother out?
No, yeah.
You know, I understand the sentiment because I understand the mindset, right?
Sure.
So they rather put their money towards the now than the future, so they don't plan for their children and whatever. Or you know, my dad even had this idea. Well, you only live once type of idea.
Spend all the money and leave y'all hanging
it with me. I'm not leaving anything for anybody.
All I want is a steer in this car, and that's
he
it.
did grow out of that the older that he got, but that was a mindset, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay, so we struggle. We're gonna be on the struggle bus, right? Thank goodness we aren't. But my point to that is our mindsets have to change as it pertains to coming together, to being family. You know, I'm a brand that empowers and speaks life and uplifts my clients. And I do that with my community as well, right? So not only am I just a real estate professional and a sales agent, I am the plug. I'm literally the electricity, the energy, the conduit, the source, the generator. I create connections. So in creating connections, I also love to educate, especially us, because we just have forgotten who we are and what power lies within us. So it's up to us to do our due diligence and stop waiting for these handouts. Read over these policies, understand them, understand what's happening, so that when you rebuild, you know what type of policy you should be getting going forward. If you can afford a guaranteed replacement cost coverage insurance, that's what you should be getting.
That's the one, right?
That's the one. That's guaranteed. Well, no matter what happened, whether your policy limit is $500,000, but you got $800,000 in damage, it's gonna cover the $800,000.
Really? Okay.
Absolutely.
So most people, or most of us, probably don't have that. Is that because is it a higher premium? Is it just the education?
I feel like two things. There's the insurance agent speaks to you on the basis of what's your budget. I'm not going to speak to you like that. I'm going to put out what's the options and why these options have value or don't have value.
Okay.
And then we're going to figure out how you can afford the best option.
Gotcha.
So there's ACV, that's actual cost. That's actual cost valuation. And then there's RCV, replacement cost. So the actual cost is based off of, I want to get this right. So charge it to my brain, not my heart, if I mess up on this one. But the actual cost is based off of the current market cost with depreciation.
Okay.
Right. And the replacement cost is the replacement cost. Right. So a lot of people may have the actual cost valuation opposed to the replacement cost valuation. So the replacement cost does not include depreciation. But what's better than that is what I just said, the guaranteed replacement cost. That's better than those two.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was available. So definitely next home I buy, I'm getting that.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm going to include that in the policy.
Yeah. And if you need to cut out Starbucks to afford it, cut out Starbucks. It's bad for you anyway.
Must do what you must do, right?
Yes.
Right. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need 17 pumps of the light syrup in my Starbucks. You know, I'll be like, dang, 17 pumps of this and that. That's too much sugar for me. I'm too old for that.
Yeah. You don't need.
I don't know why you keep popping off. You need to just stay on.
I know he might as well just stay in there.
Because I'm sharing and I'm looking over here and it doesn't look.
That's funny. So one of the things that you had mentioned is that you do like to educate. How do you go about that? Like what different methods, like do you put together a town hall or a meeting space? Do you use your social media? What methods do you use? Or is it strictly on the one-on-one with the people that you're working with?
A lot of times it's just through connection. Like a lot of times when I meet people, I'm educating and they don't even know I'm a real estate agent.
Got you.
I do it on social media as well. That's what the collaborations and conversations are for, because I do want to get the information out there to those who want to receive it, right? And then I have done a seminar with another trusted professional. So yeah, that's an option as well. But yes, and yes.
So, well, kind of along those lines, as people hear some of the things that you're talking about today, we obviously have some contact information for you below. Are you okay with people reaching out specifically for this particular topic we're talking about? And we can get to the real estate and all that as well. But since you cover a lot of grounds and a lot of this stuff is interconnected, I would envision that you'll talk about it all to whomever kind of needs it.
Absolutely. And what I do want to say is I cannot and will not give you any legal advice, but I will lead you in the right direction.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Gotta have that disclaimer.
Yes. No legal advice here, not even in real estate, but I will lead you in the right direction. Yes. CYA. Yes. Absolutely.
So what's the next topic? Let's see. We have... Okay, one of the things he mentions that we have on here is building generational wealth through informed real estate decisions. So we're talking about people who are in their current situation and dealing with the fires and focusing on and really understanding their insurance, right? Because that's one of the first things you actually have to do. Now, let's say they've been able to maneuver that path, pretty well, and they're getting to the stage right now where they're looking to build. Now, generational wealth, how does that apply to the home that's going to be built, and then what can be done in the future to maybe acquire some additional ones?
Okay, well, we first need to stop selling granddaddy and grandmama's home and land. Like, they didn't work that hard for us to give it away and fight over it. And even in my family, there was distress when it came to my grandmother moving on and transitioning to where the siblings fought over the property and what was left. And so much could have been done with that if they had the proper mindset, opposed to thinking that one was more worthy than the other type attitude, right? And it's just so sad to see, because it's throughout our community. I'm not going to just say it is just only in our community, but that's where I see it more rampant. And I think what should happen is, if no one's going to live in there, at least put somebody in there that's going to rent it out. You guys pull the money together to generate something else, put it in a pot to create wealth for you guys to all have your own home at some point, or buy another multi-unit, or buy another piece of property to rent out again and again and again. These processes are able to be done repetitively. That's why when I'm with a client, I teach them in a way that they understand it so well that they can do the process again and again and again, and they can teach their children to do it too.
Nice.
So it's not...
We need that.
Yeah. We need more people that are patient and deliberate, and not are trying to see the end goal of, let me see my commission check, because that's going to come. Right?
Well, if you do right by people, you're going to get paid. I mean, that's the bottom line, no matter what you do.
That's how I see it. Yeah. So opposed to fighting over the property, and the people who are rebuilding, like, put your home in a trust, make clear distinctions as to how things are to go once the successor receives, the property. But yeah, I mean, we have to do better with protecting ourselves.
So true.
And setting us up for success, being strategic, doing the homework, paying the money. Like, some people don't even want to pay for insurance to secure their family's legacy. And it's like, it's really frustrating. It's very frustrating, because and the mindset is, I need to go and pay these bills first. When one of the most important bills which would assist your family, should be paid first. And this is how I approach everything, okay? Because I'm a huge supporter of Black-owned business.
Okay.
When I get me a check, I don't go run up and, I need to pay Edison. I need to pay the gas. They get paid last. Now, they do get paid, though. But they get paid last.
Who gets paid first?
Me.
That's right.
And then I pay my brother who has a CMOS business, or a sister who has, whatever business I'm supporting, but I'm circulating that money within my community.
Gotcha.
And they
don't
get
me
paid.
Started with getting paid. It used to be a rumor, it used to be a stereotype, and for some people it's not, but I know for me, the first things I used to do when I got paid,
I'm gonna step off
in the 90s. I would go buy something to eat, like an extravagant dinner. I would go buy some music at Music Plus or the Warehouse, and I go buy me some liquor. And I'm going to the house for that Friday night, and I'm going to enjoy that day, because that's the only day I'm going to get before all the other responsibilities are going to kick in. So I know exactly where you're coming from. And a lot of people do that, but they won't admit it, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I used to have a job, I would be like, I can't wait till Friday. And then, you remember that song back in the day, Just Got Paid.
Yeah.
Friday night. But I was going to the club. I'm going to turn up just for this night. I'm going to turn up. I'm going to get myself a nice meal, and I'm going to buy some music for my car so that when I'm driving around, I can feel good about what I'm doing. Then the next day, here come Edison and gas and rent and all that. But that first night, I got to do me. Because you know why? You never give to yourself. You always pay all this other stuff first, and then you have more month left in money.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get to the point where we can do the same type of situation every night.
Absolutely.
So now I'm at that point because I'm older, but I decide where I want to eat now.
Sorry.
I decide what I want to drink. I decide where I want to go. And there are no restraints, because now there have been things set aside to prepare for that. So I'm about to go to a family reunion Thursday, and I'm prepared. I'm not going there going, oh man, I got about $200. It's going to be 4 days. I'm not doing that. So it's all about your mindset, but it's also about your peace.
Absolutely.
Because you got to do the thing that makes you have the peace first. Then you can deal with all that. Like, F them kids. I'm doing what I need to do. Well, no. My mother used to do that all the time. She'd come home. I don't want none of y'all in this house until tomorrow. So go spend the night at the friend's house. I'm gonna bring out my Manischewitz and my Hennessy, and me and my husband gonna sit there and we gonna have a good time. Y'all go over your cousin's house. And that was her. Every time she got paid, then the next day she'd take us out to steak around. But see, she got her piece first.
Yeah.
And then she was able to deal with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just choose to spend the money. So if I'm going to the club, which I don't go to the club, but if I was going to the club, it's going to be a
You almost was going to go to the club tonight, but you had to
I had to share that ticket with someone else. I was so excited about winning that I didn't even check the details of the date and time. I was just like,
right. We like the radio station. Yeah, the tickets is for 5 hours from now. You got plans?
No, right. Exactly. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with doing those things that you desire and love to do for yourself first. So yeah.
It's a whole mental shift that has to happen though, because you were saying, most people don't think that way. So it really starts with the individual. You got to pass that down to your kids. It's hard to pull the family members and the people, your peers, so to speak, along with you if they're not, open-minded. So the sooner we individually can get in that mindset and kind of practice that, get in that habit, people will see, our kids will see, some of our relatives and friends and what have you will see as well. And, I think it'll catch on, and that's the key. It's what they say, like-minded people, do the same thing. Birds of a feather flock together, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And to your point, we are our first community. So before we can enhance and change the lives of the community as a collective, we need to work on ourselves and then the community within our household. Indeed. We have no business touching and trying to impact community if we're not well.
Speaking of that,
all we're going to do is bring problems.
You should put your kids on your credit cards, provided you got decent credit, at 7 years old. So by the time 11 years goes by, they have an 11-year history of credit, and they're able to buy a house right out of high school or college. Real easy.
Or
have a 750 score, whatever.
Or you should get a multi-unit in your child's or grandchild's name.
That too. But if you can't afford that, put them on the credit first.
Yeah, absolutely.
That way you could use their thing and yours to put them up for life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good concept. Yeah. Never thought about doing that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because you're helping your kid get generational wealth before he's even knowing about what generational wealth is.
Absolutely.
And then, like, say they go off to college, you can go buy a duplex or a fourplex. They can live in it as off the dorms. Their other rooms can get rented out to maybe their college buddies. And then after they get out of college, keep that house the same way. So that's generational money coming in all the time. It's always
that's
going
what
to be
a buddy of mine did. When I went to school up at Cal, his parents bought a condo. He stayed in it, and he got roommates and what have you. They literally, and that was back in, 87 I was a freshman year. They actually literally just sold it like 4 years ago. So
oh, it's been paid off though.
Oh, it's been paid off.
That's 100%
equity. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a great idea. So with that in mind, people need to really be educated on the fact that they still can buy a house even though it doesn't seem like they can. They need to understand the nuances of it and how the different ways they can, right?
Absolutely. I always tell people, if you're spending $3,000 in rent, you can buy a house. If you're spending even $2,500, if you're even spending $2,500 in rent, you can buy a house.
Now, it might not be where you want to live at first.
Or the size. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but I give it 3 to 5 years and then move into the house of your dreams. But keep that.
Yeah.
If you got to pull money from it, use a HELOC. Don't
refi. I always teach that too.
Start back over. You got 25 years in. Oh, I'm about to refi. You a dummy.
Right.
Now you just started it over.
Yeah, you got another 30 years to pay that bad boy off.
Exactly.
They don't pay that, but the broker won't tell you that part. Oh, yeah, sure. We can refi you, girl. Come on.
Right.
Bigger commission off of that.
Absolutely. Right. And the home equity line of credit works like a credit card. You're pulling out of your equity and you're putting it back.
Shoot, every 3 or 4 months, you can pull money out to pay your mortgage and then pay that back.
Yeah. So, there's this one couple who purchased a multi-unit. I think it was a 4-unit. And they put the home in their name and the child's name. Mm-hmm. And while the child was going through high school, they were collecting rents and putting the profits from the rent into some type of account. I forgot which type, but that child 529. It wasn't specific to college or anything like that, but they were earning on that money, on that profit. And what they did was, when the child graduated from high school, the child had the option to use that money to move and go off to college or to travel the world. Isn't that something beautiful that you can do for your child?
Yeah, give your kid that option.
And then they still have the property that's creating profit, because at that point, by the time the child went off to college, or I think they ended up doing the college route, but the house was paid off.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And now she's a bank.
Very smart. And then another thing, speaking of the house being paid off, because of those 30-year mortgages and things like that, people don't know how, well, I won't say people, but a lot of people don't know how to pay it down sooner than what they give us because we're paying so much interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you get paid every week, I would say set up auto drafts from your mortgage company to where you're paying a quarter of your mortgage every week. What that does is it pays 2 mortgages in that year, and you're reducing the amount of interest you're paying. So it's taking years off. Right. And what you can do is ask them to do, I think it's called a amortization sheet. It's been such a long
Schedule.
time. It's a schedule.
Yeah, the one that looks like this, where the interest up here and the principal's up here, and then as they move.
Yeah.
I hate that sheet.
Takes like 20 years just to even get even.
Right, we be
On
looking
normal
at
payments.
12
but
years
you can see
before
where you are.
Right.
And then you, like, I would even frame it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, because this is what you're actually paying in interest. You're paying more in interest than you are actually for the house.
Oh yeah.
Well, the first 15 years?
No, it's more than that. Right? It's close to 20.
Yeah. So
it's
and
not
then
even. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then if you don't work every week, you can do it bi-weekly. Same thing. You know what I mean? But it still makes a difference than sending you in once a month.
Just make sure you have a prepayment penalty.
depending on if you have it PMI?
Yeah, most don't though nowadays.
Yeah, a lot of them now don't. Yeah.
Like conventional loans and that kind of stuff, you don't have to worry about that. Plus, if you're doing it in 15 years, most of the prepayment penalties, like not trying to pay it, like a couple of years.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it in 15, there ain't no big deal with that. Man, those are great ideas. So in preparation, when people are getting their home together, you've mentioned getting it once their home is rebuilt, putting it in the trust if it's not already.
Yes.
What else do you think would you suggest they do?
I would suggest for the insurance side of it to make sure that they have the proper coverage limits and the GRC, the guaranteed replacement costs, included in that. That's
magic clause right there.
Also, I know a lot of us old school people, I know you guys are different, but a lot of people don't like putting things in the cloud. So if you don't like putting things in the cloud, email it to yourself. But you need to keep proper documentation, especially when it comes to the rebuilding, right? So keep your plans for the build, any upgrades, receipts, all of that. I would also suggest a fireproof safe.
Fire resistant, maybe, because I know some folks who had them things and they melted. But I got you.
Well, no, it's not even that. The safe won't melt, but everything inside of it gets burnt up.
Are you?
I saw some that were just melted because this fire was hotter than folks think.
Yeah. Put it this way: it takes 2,000 degrees to melt steel. So you can imagine the billboard.
Wow.
That
was
fell
hot.
over. It was hot.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know.
But no, it's still a good suggestion because the odds of this thing happening again, especially in Altadena, is super low.
The best thing you could do. Best thing you can do.
I don't know. It depends on if that was a planned land grab or not, or if that was subsequent to a land grab somewhere else. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you, the best thing you can do is to use your Gmail. It has a G drive. It's in the cloud. Yeah. But you can get that from anywhere. You can go to the library and log into your account and get access to your documents.
Yeah.
And I understand people say have a go bag and all that. Yeah, that's good for essentials, but not your paperwork. Your paperwork should be scanned and put on your G drive. Period. Point blank. My driver's license, my social, my birth certificate, all that stuff is already there because I've been used to doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
But even if you have a USB, you might forget leaving it in the house.
Yep.
Wow, or you might leave it in the car, and the car burned up because I saw a lot of cars burnt up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm adamant about backing up data. Jamal could tell you, I'm a redundancy.
Yeah. Oh, he just got some new equipment last week,
right, to back up the rest of this stuff.
Yeah.
We have to change how we're doing things because. We never think it's going to happen to us until it happens, right?
Never.
So
exactly.
It's kind of like having insurance. We have to be prepared. And
speaking of insurance,
yeah.
You bought your house in 2000. It's worth 200,000. You got the insurance for that amount. You went 20 years, 25 years. You never talked to your agent about upgrading the value of your insurance to your house. And now your house burns down, and you only getting 200,000.
Shame on that agent too.
Yeah, that too. Because
I follow up with my clients. I don't let years go by. If they need some improvements or something like that, I check in. So shame on that. But they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, though.
They do. And they got CRM systems that automatically remind them.
Yeah, but they don't. They be like, put that on hold for 6 months. I have my.
Yeah, but they're selective, I bet. Unfortunately, in terms of who they follow up with, right?
Absolutely.
I bet
they're not doing it with every customer.
For certain people, okay.
Well, they're all going to be thinking about it now. Hey, next month. I just got my insurance. Next month, hey, do you think I need to upgrade my insurance?
I would say every 2 to 3 years, think about increasing your coverage limit.
Or when you see that the boom is making your insurance appraisals go up, it's time to upgrade your insurance. Right. Absolutely. You never know.
Absolutely.
And those are great ideas, and hopefully people will take heed to that. Those ideas as they
take heed. We ain't on here for our help.
I wonder if you're, and all insurance agents and insurance adjusters are no two are the same, right?
Correct.
I'm hoping that they're educating them, because where you can get money from also is things that people probably wouldn't even think about, which is landscaping. So if you just had your front yard landscaped and you have these huge, beautiful trees, you can recoup costs for the trees, shrubs, all of that. So we don't want to leave any money on the table. We want all the money. Okay. We want to collect
money. That's my word. Money.
And not to settle. It's okay to negotiate. It is okay, because that's what my role was. I was to negotiate for the insurance company, and I was serving and benefiting the insurance company. So it's okay for you to say, nah, that ain't enough. I want to come in at this number. You can do that. And if you feel like they playing with you, get a public adjuster or an attorney. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And I mean, that goes to like what Brian was showing yesterday, and the point that you made about him showing yesterday. Hey, you giving me this little measly money? Nope. Appeal. Nope. Appeal. And in reality, that's negotiation, right? You're going back to the table. So that's very valid point. So we got to stand up for ourselves.
Well,
how much money did you get, Brian?
So far, 25,000, but I need that max.
You need the 43. Yeah, keep going.
I need that max. I need my living expenses. Don't forget about that.
You haven't gotten that yet?
Oh, no. They gave me, some of it was part of that.
Okay, so there's
$3,800 ain't going to get you but 1 month rent.
There's two requirements, California requirements, and that is to give you an advancement for the necessities like living expenses.
For what time frame?
That
should be immediate.
That was 770.
But is it for a year's time frame? Is it for 6 months?
However long it takes for you to get back in your house, or to get back to. And his situation may be different because he was a renter, so I don't know how that will work. But I know as far as additional living costs, and because I was a project manager or the insurance adjuster, I was looking at those timelines. Okay, so I would be in contact with the contractor, like, so what's your timeline on repairing this home? And then I would be able to see how long it took for that person, if they were to stay in a hotel for 6 months or stay at their mama's house for 6 months. I would be able to be like, okay, here's 6 months, but a month at a time. We would allocate 6 months of the rent to cover where they were staying temporarily. So that's supposed to happen immediately. Another requirement that people may not be aware of is that they are to renew with all of you. They can't drop you or cancel you. They have to give you at least a 2-year renewal period. Oh, wow. So this fire, or what they're calling a wildfire, happened, they can't drop you guys. They are to renew.
Oh, they tried to do that in November.
Oh, well, they can't.
Yeah, well, they found out.
California requires at least a 2-year renewal. So don't go for it.
So the people who were dropped that were required to be put back on.
Can you say that again?
The people who were dropped like right before the fire, the insurance commissioner made them be put back on, right?
Awesome.
So however long their policy is whenever that's up, they have 2 years, meaning the homeowner has 2 years that they can renew automatically. Should
Absolutely. Anyone who was affected, 2-year renewal.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the last case resort is the California Fair Plan.
Okay.
That's the last resort, and hopefully no one has to go there, but that's an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully, these insurance companies do right by the people.
Wow, I hope so. Now, one of the many things that people are experiencing right now is having to apply for obviously assistance, some of which are grants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we can delve into a little conversation here about some grants that you are aware of and would love to share with the folks.
Okay. Well, my grants are specifically for people who are looking to purchase a home, new home buyers, as well as current homeowners. So for the new home buyers, they are different criterias. The caveat is for the people who are already living in a home and have a home. They have to be in a home for at least 2 to 3 years, and their cap at their gross income is $295,000 a year. So I had a client, and they were able to receive a $50,000 grant towards the purchase of their home, which went a long way for them. They didn't have to pay, but at closing, they paid around $1,100 out of pocket.
Oh, that's
and then
nothing.
That's nothing. Okay.
Yeah, especially out here.
Nothing. And then they put down a $5,000 earnest money deposit. So total $6,100 out of pocket. And they have a beautiful home for their 3 children. So
that's awesome.
So for the grants, if you guys want access to the grants, and I do have to say, if you have a real estate agent, have your real estate agent reach out to me, and I will pass that information along. If you do not have a real estate agent, then you can gladly reach out to me, and I will get you set up on that process of getting the grants. But if you have an agent, I kind of try to respect the relationship that you have with that real estate agent, and allow your real estate agent to reach out to me, and I can get them that information, because I'm not the gatekeeper here. If we can all win, let's win. And if we can access grants, and these grants are not government funded at all. These grants are through banks, and they switch out regularly because they put out a certain amount. And then once people hear them, they go up fast, So, but they come out regularly. There's always something. I have a 19-year-old right now. He just turned 20, but I'm so proud of him, because when he first reached out to me, he told me he wanted to buy a multi-unit. So I put him in this portal and this connection with the people that I work with in this grant program. And he's literally, I want to say 30 to 45 days into being able to purchase a multi-unit, which will be his first home. So,
that is amazing.
Yes. And he just listened to me. It's a process. A lot of people don't want to do a process. They don't want to do the work. They don't want me in their business, but I'm not in your business. I'm not in your business to judge you, though. I don't care how many times you go to McDonald's or drink Starbucks. I don't care about that, but I will position you. I'll get you to where you need to be, if you're willing to go and do the work to get there.
I think that's amazing. I know it's not a situation that a lot of folks who are tuning in are in right now, just because they're trying to rebuild their home. However, They may know some other folks who might be in that position, and who knows, they may want to buy another property as well. They might position to do
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely. And for those who are rebuilding, there are other grants, but the same grants that you guys post on your Instagram and all that are the same ones that I'm familiar with. So I would just say, to reach out, go through there. And even if you're doing something else, I still like Brian has done, go through FEMA. Like, go get what you can get it all.
Especially if you don't have insurance.
Just don't get one thing. Get all the things.
Yeah, get all the things.
The money is already set aside to be there for emergencies. They put on the paper $43,600 for living expenses, up to $43,600 for personal loss.
Yes.
I'm not even working on the
personal property.
The housing part yet.
Oh, the housing part. Okay.
I'm trying to get my other stuff replaced, like to work.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for me and for this show and its members and followers, we announce these grants and stuff like this every day. I mean, we come on here and tell you what you need to do, where you need to go. That's why I was ranting yesterday, because I go to these groups that it saddens me to read the disdain and the despair and the dissension and all the D's. It's just like all the D's. I could keep going, but to hear you talk about somebody or some entity that got something that you don't know them, you never met them, you see their efforts and you still think that they don't deserve. Well, I got news for you. We're going to always deserve, because we're giving. We're not takers. I'm not waiting for somebody to hand me something. I'm going to get it. And the way I'll go get it is I give you the information, and then you spread it around, and now everybody comes back full circle. So I'm not going to rant like that ever again. That was out of my character to do that. I only do that in front of Jamal off camera.
I was going to say, at least online.
Right. Well, it was well deserving. Sometimes we have to wake up and take accountability for our actions or lack thereof. And we have to stop pointing the finger and look at ourselves and do some.
Well, when you point the finger,
you pointed back.
There are 4 fingers pointing back to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we really need to get out of that. And instead of like saying, well, how did you get 50 grand? Why don't you just ask?
Oh, no, I'll tell them. You know how we got it? Because people saw what we were doing and said they deserve it.
Well,
that's what happened. It's not like we applied for that.
And people will pour into that, Some people will
the right people.
The right people.
So the people who aren't supposed to are not, and there's the ones that are going to be yapping all on the side. The other people are going to get the message, get what we're, pick up what we're putting down.
Absolutely.
And same for anyone else that's doing something for the community. They're going to be okay, but there's always going to be them knuckleheads who, got ill stuff to say. Let them talk.
Yeah,
my friend, I got the $12,000 from the GoFundMe. Did I use it for myself? No. I gave it to 2 nonprofits. One was ours, so we could start our nonprofit. And the other one was a nonprofit for the guy who actually helped me set up the nonprofit, the GoFundMe. So 2 entities benefited, and now they're growing. Right. And they're getting recognized, because it's about the benevolence in times like this, not how much you can take, not how much you can get out of somebody, but the more you give, the more you get back. Every time I gave $1, I got back 10. It's never been a problem.
It happens in this household all the time.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
That's how it's supposed to be. As long as you like this, you get nothing.
Okay? Yeah. You got to be like this.
Right.
That's why when we were giving it to everybody yesterday, we gave the information.
And I also gave you a piece of my mind.
Well, he did give you that.
It was well warranted, and it wasn't nasty. It was right on point. You even showed proof. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like
documentation. Yeah, documentation. These conversations.
What's our motto, Jamal? What's our motto? If you watch the show, then you'll know.
Okay.
If you don't watch, I don't know what to tell you. Because a lot of people think it's fun and games, and I am kind of goofy and over the top and hyper, but that's just my personality. But I mean well, and I mean to help you. And even if you go to my Instagram and you look at my previous stuff before the fire, what am I doing all the time, Jamal? I'm promoting how to start your business, how to get this, how to do this. I even got it on my website where you can do it for free.
Oh, yeah. But it's a lot of steps. Most people
because people are hard to read.
That's what I'm saying. People have a problem with process.
Yeah.
And then that's the second one, reading.
No, they want you to walk up to their doorstep and hand it to you all done. And then after that, they want you to manage it.
Oh, that too. They don't want to pay. Oh my gosh. Don't even send me back to the day where
for those of you, okay, so I'm about to, you just made me call some people out. So for those of you that owe me money, that's watching this show, that I've done your stuff and set you up and done all this, you know who you are. I send you plenty of reminders.
Give them front stage.
I sent you plenty of reminders. Now you got people calling me, asking me why this ain't done when you were supposed to take care of it. See, it's these things. I'm not gonna call no names out. You know who you are. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm telling you, man. And look, one thing about me, people call Brian crazy. Brian's transparent and very blunt. And I'm gonna tell you like it is. And I can take it on the chin too. You know, Lester James always giving it to me like about the smoking. Hey, man, you gonna die. I was like, I know, man, but I'm stressed out. I quit smoking in December. Remember?
Yeah.
Then the fire came. I'm back to smoking, man. I'm stressed out, but I don't want to do no drugs. So smoking is like the worst I can do right now. Because otherwise, you know, think about 25,000 people displaced. I'm just one of 25,000, and my only bad vice is smoking cigarettes. I know some people out there doing some crazy stuff right now because they can't take this. They didn't have insurance. They had a legacy home. It was handed down from the grandmama to the mama to that person. They only paying $1,200 a year in property taxes. I don't need insurance. I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna do this. Bam, shit, go up and smoke. I need help. Where's all the things where's all this fire aid money? It should be coming to me. Yeah.
There's things that you have to do to receive it.
Yeah.
And that's with anything. Anything that's worth having is worth doing. Yeah. You have to do. You can't just sit back and expect the things to come to you. You have to actually put in the actual work, or it's not going to happen. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be complaining. You're going to be whining, and no one wants to hear it. Just do the due diligence. And for the people that are rebuilding, who, you know, did have the proper things in place and have the ability to move forward with their rebuild, I hope you guys are in touch with Kendra May Designs. I really, really do. Because she's going to set you up right. She is one of the most cost-effective contractors I have met in a long time. And I've worked with a lot of contractors. She works with us, okay? And she is not, I mean, I don't want to say she's not there to get rich, because she is.
There's a difference between making money and caring about how the money is made.
Exactly. She's
doing it the right way.
And don't forget, she's got an office on Woodbury.
Yeah,
right there in town.
She's doing it the right way. And I would say if you are at the point of rebuilding and you don't know what direction to go, just seek her out and see what she has available for you to get that process started and going. She is very well versed in what she has done. She's been doing it for many, 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 many years. I want to say about 30.
Yeah, she was saying it's close to 30.
Yeah, like
but you'd never know if you look at her.
Yeah. Well, isn't she a cutie pie? Yes.
It's so crazy. Black don't crack. Oh my. So that, I mean, the last part you were talking about kind of alluded to some of the stuff or one of the bullet points we had on here, which was, you know, creating stability through smart planning and community resilience, right?
Yes.
So hopefully what we've all experienced or our family members have experienced. And if they weren't prepared, hopefully now they will be. Hopefully
Absolutely.
now, gathering some of the intel you've been sharing about looking at your property a little differently, coming
Yeah.
together as a community to build some wealth, and
Yeah.
maybe take a page from some of these other cultures that are doing this as well. Maybe we can do that and plan and be resilient and bounce back from this to what I always say. I want to have Altadena bigger, better, stronger. We can be, as
Yes.
individuals, we can do the same thing and expand and
Yes.
grow and just be more of a powerhouse.
And
I
you know
can't
what I
wait to get
also
to the
throw
house
in?
parties.
Hmm.
One other thing I would throw in is if you have the ability to rebuild, or if you have a home already and you have space in your yard to do this, put in an ADU.
And
Put
why
in
would
an
they do that?
One, again, to assist the family, so a family, and to collect rent, and to increase the value of your home.
Yep.
To increase the value of your home.
So the reason why I ask why is because it's the fires. I think for a larger majority of people have opened their eyes to the ADUs. Prior to the
Mhm.
fires, it had become, it was okay for LA County folks to actually start putting ADUs in the property. It
Yes,
was
it
it
was.
was it was
Mhm.
becoming more popular. But
Mhm.
now, most people, when they would have heard it prior to the fires, they're like, not really understanding the benefits of it. So I
Yes.
appreciate you saying that. A lot of
Yes.
people are looking to do that while their home is being built, so they can
Absolutely, they
still be
should.
on the property, and then they can ultimately
Excellent.
use that as rental property later. So
Excellent.
yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Great
Excellent.
ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Why not? If you had the land to do it and the vision to see it through, do it.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, we've had Drisana Hoyrd on. She's a real estate expert and does far more in the community, has amazing knowledge about the insurance world, and shared her gems with us. What I want, we're coming up on an hour. I don't know what your time is like,
Oh, okay.
but I just wanted to, whoever may have just tuned in, to let them know who you were.
Okay.
And I think this has been an amazing conversation. I'm glad, Brian, you came on in and we're throwing your 2 cents in as well, because I
It
think
was
it made for
3 cents.
right for a good convo. Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
he always throws in about a quarter. He says, I'm only gonna put in this much, but then
Right.
a lot more comes.
But
Yeah.
I learned to dial it down.
Well, we were on the same line of thinking with a lot of things that you said. I had already had like those things were there for me to say. So yeah, I appreciate that. And like I said, you guys are super detail oriented and thorough. I appreciate what you guys are doing and how you are giving back to community and bringing everyone together. That's a lot of what about what I do. I bring people together. So you're connecting the dots for the people in Altadena. You're connecting them to resources, people, places, and things to assist them. And I see it all up and down you guys' timeline. So keep it up. Great job. Kudos to you guys. And I just wish that I was able to have this conversation with Toni as well. But maybe.
Oh, you will.
Okay.
You're gonna come back.
Oh, no, you're gonna come back. Don't worry.
I promise you,
Tony's gonna have
want
a
to have
whole
that
different.
conversation.
It's gonna be a whole different vibe with her.
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
go way different.
Y'all gonna vibe differently than us.
Oh yeah, she has the energy, and I love that.
And B and I
tell us where you buried the bodies at, Drisana.
Mind your business.
She said, "Mind your business." I ain't telling you that. I told you that in the beginning.
Right, mind your business.
Her lips are sealed. Is there anything you might want to leave with the audience? Any parting comments?
I just want to say, from what I experienced at Kenya's event and the people that I was able to meet and encounter, not only are we beautiful, we are strong, we are resilient. Keep going, keep growing, keep glowing, because that's who we are. Like, we have been here from the beginning of time. Don't let this one small thing keep you from being your greatest. Stay empowered.
That is beautiful and so true. Thank you. B, do you have anything else you want to say or ask any questions?
No, I don't really ask questions. I just listen. No, really,
Any-
I don't. Because I'm not the real estate expert. You know, that's why you were leading the show, because you've got years of experience with knowing what the questions ask.
Well, I got the.
I'm more of a ad-libber.
But it fits right in, man. You know that.
I'm not. I don't have any questions.
So we got some great comments from the folks listening, but they were like more supportive, facts. We appreciate your information. I'll leave it, lastly, real quick to say, hey, if you guys have any questions for Drisana, please feel free to just pop them in real quick before we let her go and continue her day and be that positive resource to the folks that she deals with.
And you can reach her at the bottom of the screen right there. She's got her website, her email, and her phone number. Don't get it twisted. We had it up there the whole time. So if you're hard of reading, then there's a problem. I did a play on words. Hard of reading.
No, I get it.
Hard of hearing. Because a lot of people going, what's that going on right there? What's that?
All right.
These faces I get from my grandfather, because even I was like, "What you say, son?" And I'd be like, "I said." He said, "Don't mock me."
Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing to say, and my husband taught me this years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Waiting brings on anxiety," and I know a lot of people are waiting to get back to their life and get back into their homes and things like that. But stay in preparation.
Keep your eye on the prize.
Stay in preparation. Goal. Do not wait.
Oh, and don't spend the money while you wait.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them things. Hopefully the people who did get their money
bought a little Bentley.
Don't spend it on. Oh, come on.
Your boss balling now. You ain't got no house to park it in.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Unless you're
going. And I don't think they're allowed when they get the money. I don't think they can do that. It goes to the proper people. So if you have a contractor that's building the home, the check is.
Oh no! A lot of these people got their money. They're sitting in CDs.
Right so they got just paid out.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. We know a few people got paid already.
So they did a settlement.
Now some of them, the bank will hold it until you pay off the mortgage.
Yes,
they'll give
the mortgage
it to
company
you.
has to be paid first.
Yeah, so everybody's scenario is different. Some people just got the lot and going, "Hey man, you want to go in on this investment? I need 40,000, but I need that paperwork to be right if I'm gonna invest in your property." That's straight out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh wow! I hope they use the money wisely and rebuild as they should.
They better.
I hope they don't get chased out. I mean, if they decided, I was gonna move anyway, or whatever, or just.
Well, you gotta remember, like some folks that are like 80 plus. They might not want to just move.
Yeah.
They might just want to move on. Some of them like, hey, you know what? I was gonna retire in 4 years anyway. Mm-hmm. I wanted to move to Bahamas. This is the opportunity. Now they don't have to sell the lot, even though they got the insurance, but. It's up to them. But you got a double jeopardy here. You got the money and you got the lot. It's up to you. You can take the insurance company and sell the lot and have double and go buy you a house someplace else.
Yeah.
But majority of the people that live in Altadena have been here for 40 plus years. We're not going anywhere. This is our town. And we won't come back. Trust me. I miss my bar. I miss driving and looking at the mountains, looking at the beautiful homes. Yeah. I filmed so much driving that I pretty much got all of Altadena on tape. Mm-hmm. Like for real. I will film and hold my camera like this while I'm driving up and down Altadena Drive. Mm-hmm. And everybody looking at me, why you got your camera? Mind your business. I'm documenting my life. Actually, here's me like this. I'm like this, holding the phone up, just filming. Fanning to the side while I'm looking at the road. I'm doing like this, but
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Did you ever go to Altadena before this happened?
I've probably been when I was younger. Actually, one of my cousin's dad actually there's a story behind it. His house was in danger, and the police were like, if you don't get out of here, we're going to arrest you, and so on and so forth. And he was like, but my house is right here. It's not close. Like, I can, mitigate damages. Right. And they were like, no, you got to leave. And he left and came back another direction and got him and his friends from his pickleball team. And they started putting water all around the perimeter of his house and saved his house. So
nice.
So yes,
yeah, but you got to know them back streets in order to come back the other way.
Yeah,
if you've been here long enough, you definitely know the back streets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they don't take that long. But unfortunately, you hadn't really experienced it as an adult and really appreciated, what it was. But I do, just like you said, I do hope you get a chance to, enjoy it once it's back.
Yes,
it's going to take a while for it to be as robust as it was, especially with the trees and everything.
Yes.
But it'll be nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Like it.
No, I saw a lot of homes prior to it being burnt, and it was very lush, very green. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah. Awesome.
Well, it's on you, B, in terms of shutting the show down. We've been on 1 hour and 10 minutes. Drisana, I think this was a fabulous show. I really appreciate you.
You guys are cool. You made it real easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We just want to make sure you sound good, you look good. We don't want you to be on here and then we say something and 5 minutes later you go, yeah, that was the case. So we want to make sure that you don't lag and all that. That's why we do the pre show, so that you can get that feeling, get your background set, do all this stuff, and make it so that it's a pleasant experience for you as well.
Okay, yeah, and I had a hard time staying in the light. I'm so used to
don't worry about it.
People,
we do the same thing. Half the time I'm looking at you when I'm talking.
Okay,
or looking at B, so it happens. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm usually looking away.
Now that's when it would have been bad. Because I think JoJo, when she first came on, she had her camera over here.
It was like this.
So she was her camera was here, but she was looking at the screen.
Get off my JoJo.
No,
it worked out.
Toni tightened her up.
She fixed it because I was watching her.
Yeah.
But y'all both got experience. Y'all do this stuff all the time. I see your pages. Don't act like y'all green to this. Y'all not.
No, I'm just saying. I think because of who we are, when we're having conversation, we like eye contact.
Yeah.
No, but that's perfect when you're talking to each other.
Yeah.
But when you're doing this, the eye contact is me looking in the camera so I can get all up in your face and in your soul. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get used to that.
Yeah. But the problem is you gotta have good peripherals so I can still see what y'all doing.
Okay.
Like I used to do with my kids. I saw that boy. Don't be thinking he's slick.
Yeah. It's all good. Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Right, well,
likewise.
Too bad you ain't coming to the event tonight, but there will be others.
Yes, and I need a little bit more notice so I can arrange my schedule accordingly.
Well, you just have to come on when we was giving away the tickets. So we
I had
last week.
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't see. Yeah,
we started last Thursday or Wednesday.
Okay,
I think it was.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
We started announcing first. Then Thursday we gave away 2. Friday we gave away 2, and I had 1 more left, and you got that one yesterday. So before the show is over, since Dre is not coming, the next person to put in SB in the comments will get the ticket for tonight. Remember, this show is tonight. Don't be calling me up telling me I can't make it, because I will ban you from watching the show.
It's tonight.
Ban you.
I had no idea. I was just typing it in.
That's all good. But the next person, and I'm looking at both Instagrams and Facebook, and I see, let's get some shout outs. Had Toby Hero joined, Genesis Builders LA, Red Cup 1972, and Big Roz Barbecue. Now, let me tell you something about Big Roz Barbecue.
Okay.
Big Roz, when the fires first broke out, he had a box truck and he started delivering waters and supplies to the Civic Center, because that's where the first responders setup was for the people who lost their homes. Mm-hmm. Then he set up a fund that was funded to start helping people out. I was one of the recipients. I got $1,000 just because I was, one of the less fortunate. But that man is out there doing what he needs to do, and I got to give him his flowers because nobody is paying attention to this dude's efforts. Well, the people that's benefiting from it are, but I want everybody to know that this dude is a good dude. He's on the up and up. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. If you're still watching Big Raw, I need my $50 for saying all that tonight. And we got one of my homies just joined, old dancer friend of mine, Rockefeller Logan, when we used to get into our battles back in the day, 87, 88. Don't get me started. But you guys can always follow us. We're on 3 different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We love Drisana. Thank you for being on. We appreciate you. Rockefeller Logan, if you put in ESPY in the comments, I give you a free ticket to go to the function tonight, since you're the only one that really showed up and joined in. So we're going to give y'all 1 more minute, and then I'm selling it. No, I'm just playing. So thank you all for being on. I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt. Dree, if you want to go ahead and do what you need to do, because we're going to be on here for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Or you want to hang out, that's fine. We don't like kicking people off, but we don't like to overstep our welcome. You might be having things to do.
And I do.
Right. So we want to give you that out.
Okay. So how do you do it? I just hit this little red arrow.
Yep.
Leave studio.
Yep.
Leave studio.
I really appreciate you guys. You enjoy
Likewise.
the day and the rest of the week, and may it be productive and prosperous.
Thank you, Drisana. Same to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You take care. We'll have you see you soon.
Yes, see you soon.
All right, going once, going twice. Sold to nobody yet. Y'all obviously don't like to go out or something. Y'all old now?
Man, they got things to do.
They old. I'm 58 and I don't feel old. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Remember when you was 20 and you saw somebody our age and you're like, oh, they on a walker, wheelchair, and you like, I don't want to look forward to getting old. I think that was Michael Jackson and Prince's mentality too. I don't want to be old. I don't want to be Little Richard. Right. That was Prince. I don't want to be living that long. Sometimes you've seen it all, to you, you've seen it all. All right. Well, it looks like I'll just be giving away this ticket at the door. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 people. So what I did was the 4 tickets that I bought for the 4 winners, you're actually going to get a table and seating. There's no bottle service included. If you want to get your own drinks, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure that you had a place to sit. Now, Jamal, what I want to do is give you guys a sneak peek as to what you're going to be looking at tonight. Actually,
what you need me to do?
No, I was going to pull up one of these pictures as soon as I can get it. Let's take a look. Okay, so let me push this. Share screen. So this particular location is actually, I've attended this, been here before, and it's a really nice venue. Lexus does a honors show here, and this is normally set up if you want to do like podcasting and stuff. Like, you can see how that's set up, but it's really huge. The bar's back here, the stage is up here. You come in back here on that right side, way in the back where those looks like candles. This is the DJ booth right here. And this is usually all tables. So this is facing from the stage. This is what it looks like when you're actually in the fray of it all. So they can take out all the tables, or they can set it up with tables.
So it's an event space, basically.
Yes. So this is when it was set up with tables. This is probably how it will be that night, because there's going to be presentations, or tonight. So you guys do have seating, and you can go get your drinks at the bar in the back. They usually will have 2 or 3 bars. So yeah, come check it out. It's going to be a nice place, nice time. Yeah, bring your video. Oh, there you go. So here's the setup. So you got your lounge area. You got a bar right here. You got a bar back here, and you got a bar in the back. So you got 3 bars. DJ booths right here. And this is the entrance where you come in at right here. That's where they normally have you coming in, right at the stage, and you walk down into it. So this is what you guys can have to look forward to, and the drink options. And hope to see you there tonight. We're going to be going live. So where we're going to be set up at is nowhere inside of here. This door right here, there's actually an area where you walk in before you get into the actual sunset room. It's an outdoor area. You can smoke cigars out there. The red carpet's probably going to be out there. When Lexus did it, they had a whole bunch of cars of Lexus, brand new, parked. So it was like almost like the car museum or the whatever. But it's really large, and it's off of Ivar. The entrance is right here at the bottom of this. So I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's right here at the bottom left is where you go in at. Not here. That's when they open it up to let you out for it. But yeah, there's probably going to be some presentations. It's hosted by Atlanta Hawks, Ray, and McLeod, and yeah, it's going to be great times. I know we're going to have a blast. I haven't been out in so long, I ain't going to know how to act. So once that red carpet is over and we got live, it's over with me. It's over with. I'm going to get my cranberry juice and sit down. I'm trying not to drink right now. I don't have nothing to celebrate. So, but anyway, we've been on too long, as usual.
Yeah, it should be a good time tonight. Sorry, I was muted. I was saying some good stuff, but
yeah, I was wondering. I kept seeing your mouth going.
Yeah, I was drinking some of my.
It looked like you were saying me.
Well, I was doing that too, But then in between that, I was actually saying some good stuff.
Right. I still haven't seen any last. We gave you guys more than a minute.
Well, save some money then.
Oh, they're already paid for it. I'm just going to give it to somebody when I see them there.
Bada boom, bada bing. There it is.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's time for me to get something to eat. I really don't know what else. I might go get pho today. I ain't had pho in a while. I might do the pho.
It's a good choice. It's rather healthy too.
All right. So you and I will talk later. We do got to do some testing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to sign off with these folks and we'll talk about it.
All right.
So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We appreciate you as usual. And
tomorrow we have another action-packed day.
Yeah.
Another interview. Should be really good.
Thursday, I'll be wheels up on a Thursday.
Tomorrow, Ravon Walker, Real Estate Mortgage Pro, but he's going to be talking about Dina Phoenix Foundation. All right.
And he looks serious. He looks like, I'm going to give it to you. You better take it. I ain't just here for my help.
All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Peace in the Middle East. Like, seriously, peace in the Middle East.